All right, welcome back, everybody, and let's go ahead and give Tim a call.
Yeah, hi, Kyle.
Hello.
Hi. Do we got Jimmy on here yet?
I'm adding him now.
All right. Ugh. Time is it out there?
It is almost 9 a.m.
Hello. Shit. Early. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
All right, on the phone with me right now is the guys from Methane. All right, how you guys doing today?
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, that's a very nice day.
Very nice day. All right, well, first of all, let me ask, where are you guys located?
We're located we're located in Sweden.
Excellent. Wow. I love it. Okay, you guys are part of the new crop of invasion to Hellcast Radio, because up until now I've only interviewed bands in the States, because this all started for me as a local thing. I'd interview local bands and try to prop them up, and then I figured out, wow, you know what? There's a lot of unknown bands, and so it started, scouring the U.S. And then all of a sudden I got on Twitter within the last 6 months, and now I'm getting interest from all over the world, which I think is spectacular. And I stumbled upon you guys, and we'll get into exactly how here in a little bit. But yeah, it's all about promoting the underdog, so to speak. And you guys got good stuff. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, great, man. Thanks.
All right,
it's kind of cool with all the independent bands out there now, and all with the internet and stuff. I mean,
definitely
meet a lot of cool people.
So, are you guys all from Sweden?
No, we're not. My brother and I are both from the States originally.
Oh, really?
And
whereabouts?
I moved out here about 14 years ago from New Jersey.
Okay. And what about Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm from Sweden.
Okay, I had to ask.
Me and the drummer are from Sweden.
So how many are in the band?
4.
Okay.
We have two guitarists, 1 bass player and singer, and 1 drummer.
Okay, so who does what?
I'm the lead guitarist.
Okay, and that's Jimmy.
And I play bass and I sing, yeah. And then my brother Dylan, he plays guitar, and we have Andreas who plays drums for us.
Nice.
So
Nice.
It's kind of it's the normal metal setup, 2 guitars, a drummer, and a bass player.
That's cool, because you know what? For some reason, maybe growing up or something, I always thought, when I listened to music, I always thought that the drums was everything that gave it, that big thump or the really loud bass. And then I've come to figure out it's so not it. It's the whole bass player. And so I have a whole new appreciation for the bass player.
Awesome. Somebody has an appreciation for the bass player.
Finally. Because I always grew up thinking, man, the bass player is useless. Why is he even in the band? But, in the last year, I've discovered that, wow, bass is where it's at, man. You guys get all the pussy.
Yeah, that's why I started playing bass, right?
I want
to be Nicky Six, and have fun on the tour bus.
Hell yeah. Who doesn't?
Right?
Who doesn't? All right, so the name Methane. How did you guys come up with that? Because I saw that just stuck out. Because, every time I fart or my son farts, we just kind of laugh and, hey, there's more methane.
Science, bitch.
Science. I love it.
Well, methane's a gas. It's not just a fart.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. We were just kind of looking for some kind of hard-driven name, and it came up. I've been in so many bands that we've changed names like 500 times. It took 2 years to settle on a name, and this Methane just kind of stuck. I don't know.
Kind of stunk? Is that what you said?
Kind of stuck.
Just kidding, man. Just kidding. I gotta fuck with you, man, because I'm a loose cannon. I'll say anything that's on my mind, and I have absolutely zero filter.
That's all good.
That's okay.
So how long have you guys been together now?
For about 2 years.
That's it?
2 years we have playing. Yeah, 2 years together.
Yeah, we started just about 2 years ago now. Yeah.
You guys seem to have really good chemistry for being together that short a time compared to some other bands.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah. Both Jimmy and I are pretty seasoned, so we click really well.
Well, that's obviously chemistry is a must when in a project. Something like this, you need to have all the pieces moving together and working as a team. And the team concept it seems to be something that escapes many people now. Like there's been other bands I've interviewed that you'll find one like the lead singer has a personality, but the rest of the band is dead. It's like hello, you guys have a pulse? How do you put out music? And so. Chemistry is definitely a must, and I've definitely found that, which I think is good because that's always a good base for you guys to build off of, and obviously the more familiar you are.
I mean, like writing music and stuff like that. I've been in bands where just this guy is going to write the music, and nobody else has anything to say in it, and it's not fun. I mean, who wants to do that? We're in this to have fun.
Now, do you guys all write the music, or is it like one of you come up with the lyrics?
We all write the music. I basically write the lyrics, and then everybody has something to say about it. And it's the same with our riffs and our how we put the songs together. Jimmy can come with a really killer song that he put together himself, and then we add some stuff and add the lyrics and then change some stuff, or Dylan or I come up with some riffs, and we blend it all together. I don't think there's any egos in what we're doing.
No, it's driven to doing a good song is before the ego stuff. I love the before the ego thing.
It's hard to be in this business without having an ego of some sort, though. I mean, seriously.
I don't know.
I mean, I started this in this, what I'm doing, just as a way to get shit off my chest because it would piss me off. And then all of a sudden, I found out I had followers. My ego just exploded.
I think after a while, you kind of get over that too,
Yeah. And
really? I don't know.
I got my ego on the stage when I play my solos. I can kick everybody's ass when I play my solos, and then I go back, and that's enough for me. That's my ego boost.
Right.
To show how good I am to play the guitars.
And I think also that it's a lot of like I've been playing this game for a long time, and people that I met back in the '90s. With my old bands and stuff, like I'm still friends with them, I mean, I never thought of it like I have fans. I meet a lot of friends and people that like the music. That's a compliment, But to go around and have an ego, oh, my band's so great. I mean, they'll just burn bridges, and it's not worth it.
Well, okay, yeah, I see your point there. All right, so what genre would you say your guys' music is? Because I've heard, the reason I asked that is because I've heard probably, 15 different variations of basically, to me, what is just metal. Apparently, there's metal, and then there's like all these subgenres of metal, and I was just kind of curious on what you guys classify yourselves as.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that genre question, I mean, I think it's so ridiculous. We're metal. I mean, yeah, that's it. I mean, we blend a little like country southern rock into the music, you know. So
Oh my
some
Red, I
people
was
call
so
it
gonna
southern
ask you
metal.
about that. I was so gonna ask you about that. The southern metal thing. Okay, to me, you guys are so far north. How can you be southern?
Yeah, I mean that's what's so awesome about it. I lived in Florida for a while, so I guess I can claim some kind of claim to Southern anyway.
Well, see, now
But I
that
think it's
actually
more of
makes
a
sense.
style than a geographic placing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But it's just like who was it? Oh, Kid Rock, his new album. It's called I don't know, Southern Rebel Rock or whatever it is. And I'm just like, dude, you're from Detroit, Michigan. How can that be Southern? And it makes no sense to me. So when someone classifies themselves as Southern metal or Southern rock, it's like, okay, is that the inspiration they're drawing from? Is that where their roots are? It always leads to so
Right.
many questions.
Right. Well, I mean, I think you can even say that about Southern rock back in the 70s and 80s. Like, I mean, not all the Southern rock bands were from the South,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what I'm
I
getting.
mean, we do draw a lot of inspiration from that kind of music, but I mean, we call ourselves Northern rock, Northern metal, and I guess we'd have to play like a Viking metal, and we don't do that either. But I mean, classifying us, I don't know. I don't really the whole genre thing. I'm not really into it. Thrash metal, groove metal, metal, whatever. Call us
Well,
whatever the fuck you want.
Well, no, I was just. I mean, the reason I ask that is because many of the bands that I interview, I don't let my listeners know beforehand what style of music is played by this group, and so I just throw it out there as a question, and just kind of see how it goes. The only ones that aren't very popular are like the religious Bible thumpers that come on my show. Well, it's hard to promote them when I classify or when I claim to be the self-proclaimed Antichrist. So
All right, Hellcast, and now
exactly,
we're Striper.
exactly. That's another thing. Oh, those tags you guys made were spectacular, and I played the hell out of them my last show.
All right, awesome.
And because I listened to your interview on YouTube, and I'm like, wow, that's all he asked you to do. Wow. I mean, and to me, it was such a short interview. I mean, I've only asked you like 4 questions, and we've already went 10 minutes longer than that one. I really get into my interviews because the personalities that bands have, I come to find out you guys are actually real people. It's not like you're untouchables like, the bigger bands. And because they're like, oh, well, I can only spare 3 minutes for you. That's it. Then I got to go, smoke some weed or snort some coke.
Yeah.
Right, we do that at the same time instead.
Well, see, there you go. There you go. You can't disagree with that. That's
Double tasking.
exactly. All right, so have you guys signed to a label or are you independent?
We are independent right now.
Okay. Now, is
Yeah.
that by choice? Have you gotten any offers, or are you just sticking the solo route for now?
We're kind of just waiting for the right deal. We have
Yeah.
some offers on the table. We're demoing new stuff for record labels, but I'm kind of old school. I'm not. I don't know. I'm waiting for the right people. Not just I'm waiting. We're waiting for the right backing. Somebody who's really gonna believe in the band and take us where we want to go.
Okay.
It's comfortable being independent too. I mean,
No, I believe
right now
that.
it's working.
Okay, so whose idea was it to start the band?
I think it was me and Jim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Dylan,
Well,
when my brother moved out here about 2.5 years ago, and I always talked to Dylan about starting a band, we jammed together a lot back in the States. But so when he came out, I kind of had that idea, and somehow I got in touch with Jimmy again. How did I get in touch with you, Jimmy?
You picked up your iPhone and said, "Hey, Jimmy."
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Me and Tim have known each other for many years, but we have never played together before. So when we talk about it, it was why? Yeah, we need to do it. We need to play together. So we try. Yeah.
Nice.
And we had like the same kind of ideas of what direction we wanted to go, and it was cool.
We have both played lots of death metal before, so it's a newish challenge to try something else together. And
nice.
And that will be Methane.
Okay, so
totally.
Are you guys? I during that other interview I was listening to, I heard you guys were getting ready to go on tour. Now, is that tour in progress, or are you finished, or how's that going?
We just came home from the States.
Oh, okay.
We did a short mini tour in the Northeast, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and we played a festival in New York. It was killer. We played with Whiplash and Blood Feast and like a bunch of old like classic thrash bands in Brooklyn, and it was just amazing.
Nice.
And now we're finishing up here in Scandinavia. We have some shows left here in Sweden and probably a show in Norway soon too.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking at your profile on Twitter here, and I see the four of you guys. Now, Tim, I think you're the one wearing the blue jean jacket.
I'm the one with the hair. Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the hair. Okay, so I got that one right.
Only one with the hair.
And Jimmy, I think, let's see. Jimmy, you're the one giving, you're on the far right?
Yeah, I think so. I have a big black beard.
Damn, I'm 2 for 2.
Right on, man.
And I'm assuming Dylan is the young punk?
He's the red beard.
Oh, okay.
I'm a black beard and he's a red beard.
Okay. And so Andreas is the young kid.
Yeah, he's a young kid.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. I really love that whole picture there. And then of course the Methane logo with I like the beard on the skull and crossbones. That's pretty sweet too. That's why when I saw this I was like, okay, that immediately jumps out at me. Now let me listen to the music. And the first one I listened to was Scars and Bars, and I'll tell you within 30 seconds you guys had me hooked. And I'm like, all right, I got to listen to more.
Oh, right on, man.
And then that's when I first got it. That's when I first contacted you guys about trying to come on. And then this morning I listened to the other songs that I had, and then this morning I acquainted myself with one of your videos. And which one was it? Oh, Hang 'em or Hang Me High.
Right.
And not only is it a great tune, but the video just it brought up some questions for me that I had to ask. Like, okay, why is it looking like it's like an old Western setting? Does Sweden have an Old West?
Yeah,
man, it's
right
old.
And so, I mean, that part got me laughing. I was like, all right, Old West in Sweden, how does that work? But
right?
The video itself was awesome. Now, where did you guys get the inspiration to do that? Which guy, obviously, the song came first, but where was your inspiration for that song and the video?
Yeah, the inspiration for the song, I don't know, the song just kind of was what, our third song, I think? I don't know.
Yeah, the third song.
But, yeah, the inspiration for it, I'm not real sure. We just kind of made a song.
Okay.
The video...
Nice.
Yeah, it was kind of going with the whole Western theme there, and the video we kind of had we just lucked out. They built a paintball place up here that looked like an old West city.
Oh, nice.
And right before they opened it, we got to shoot the video in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
And now it's rainbow colors on all the houses. You know, I mean, it wouldn't work.
Gotcha, yeah. But no, I saw that, and I thought it was really well done, and it fit. And like I said, the whole Western theme just caught me off guard, but it worked. You know, if you didn't know anything about your location or where you're coming from, it made sense. But I look at things too literally sometimes. It's like, all right, Sweden, Old West, 2 and 3 is not equaling 5. But that's cool. I love it.
Outside of the box, you know.
Oh, indeed. Now, let's see. Okay, I asked that and I asked that. Okay, who's married?
Nobody.
Nobody is married, so you're all single. That's awesome. All right, so hear this, ladies. The guys are single. And if you want to pull Tim's hair, he'll let you. He said he's into that BDSM thing.
Yeah, you've been looking at my profile too, huh?
Well, you know. I'm an equal opportunity pleasurer. Wow. Interesting stuff. So, are you guys in the studio now, or are you you're heading back to the studio, or do you have an EP coming out or something?
Yeah, we are in the studio between the shows, and we have recorded 4 new songs. So it's only to mix them and fix them a little bit. So we're gonna release them later.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah. We recorded 4 new songs. We demoed them. They're in production now. We're probably gonna record a couple more songs and see if we get this label interest that we're talking about before we decide to release it independently. It's kind of everything's up in the air with that. But we do have new songs.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would love to get my hands on those when they're available. Because like I said, I've played the ones that I have access to, which I think I have 3. I have Scars and Bars, Pray for Death, and Hang Me High. And I definitely like those, and I've actually got them on my station in the rotation now. Awesome. When people tune in, there's a pretty good chance they're going to hear you if they listen for more than 10 minutes.
Right.
Cool.
Because that's what I do, man. If I find a group that's got good stuff, I try to get them up and get them in a rotation. Because when I do my shows, and like I said, the last show I actually played your songs during my breaks, and because the only time I play music during my show is when I get up to go pee because I'm drinking so much beer, and so I try to feature one band during those breaks, and that last show that was you guys, and I praised you hardcore, and then on one of my shows, well actually this show I'm going to feature you guys on my King of the Hill, which is a battle of the bands. I have 3 bands that play, and everybody gets to vote, and then the winner goes on for the next week, and it should be good stuff. I know. Right. I'm the only time I ever vote though is when there's a tie. Otherwise, I leave it up to the fans, because that's what that's about. I find the music to play, and then they decide who goes on. And but just to let you guys know, 92% of the bands that I have interviewed have won, so you got that going for you.
All right, cool. So vote for the Pee Break band.
Well, no, many bands get featured when I go pee. So,
okay.
It's well, because the website I do the show on, they play music wall to wall. You know, it's like a website with 50 different rooms, and they all play music all the time, except for when I'm on. I do a talk show, but I have this big old segment that I call King of the Hill, where I feature music, and except when I go to the bathroom, of course. And that's where I'm going to feature you guys. And it usually gets a lot of draw, you know, and I play a stupid game during that. If you guys ever heard of a Mad Lib.
Yep.
Yeah, well, while the tunes are playing, I ask people for adjectives, nouns, and verbs to throw in a story. And when I come back from peeing, I'm usually pretty drunk, and I read that aloud. That's always a challenge.
Right.
So, social media. I know you guys are out there. You're on YouTube under Methane Band.
Right.
Facebook.com/Methane Band.
Right.
Yeah.
ReverbNation.com Methane Metal.
Yeah.
Right.
And then on Twitter at Methane Metal. Be sure to check them out. Follow them. Because these guys are good and they're going places, and I'm going to ride their coattails.
Sounds great, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
So Tim and Jimmy, I cannot thank you guys enough for having me on. Or wow, it's still early for having you for being on my show today.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
And we'll definitely keep you updated with our new stuff.
Oh, that would be awesome. I can't thank you enough for that.